Me and my brothers were all born and bred on Weilmoringle, and we all saw he with Dad at the Weilmoringle shed. My dad, Dudley Orcher, was a gun shearer in Australia. During the 1950s, 60s and 70s, he was the best. And he also had a crack at the world title. The world record stood at that time was 292 sheep shorn in one 8-hour day. And on the 12th of August 1958, Dudley Orcher shore 326 sheep in an 8-hour day. But he couldn't claim the title because he was an Aboriginal. And that was back before, we wasn't even classed as people, back before the referendum in 1967. During that era, the pubs were even segregated. You know, the white contractors, they had to buy beer for the Aboriginal shearers and shed hands. Yeah, 10 years later, that was a year after the referendum, 1968, the contractor Dudley was shearing with suggested to him, you know, have another crack at this world record. And Dudley said he wasn't interested in it anymore. He didn't have to prove himself anymore. So he just settled on shearing about 200 a day. Yeah, well, you know, in the 70s, 1970s, he was an old man, but still shearing. And, you know, young fellas will come from all over, from Victoria, Queensland, WA, all still chasing, wanting to beat the gun, you know, and they'd walk on the board and they'd see an old black man there and say, "Where's the gun?" You know, my dad, he just kept on shearing, and he was still the gun right up till the early 80s when he retired. You know, nobody ever beat him. The 12th of August is a very special day for me in honour of my father. I never work on that day. It means more to me than Australia Day. That's the story that inspired me to write this song, The Weilmoringle Freak. In the days when this old man could cheer, yes, he'd cheer his 200 in weathers in the scrub. Guns couldn't beat him, even in the pub. So they'd bring him up from gun to guy and down from Julia Creek. They couldn't match the tally of the Weilmoringle Freak. Well, I've shone around Australia for 50 years or more. I never beat that old man at any place I shore. But I've shone down south near Hamilton, then up near Julia Creek. I couldn't beat the tally of the Weilmoringle Freak. But there's a gun I remember up north they call the Master. He couldn't beat this old man who had one arm and plaster. So he downed his tools, he left for home somewhere up there on a creek. He couldn't match the tally of the Weilmoringle free. Well, in my 50s of shearing, I travelled far and wide. No man ever beat him with the narrow comb or the wide. But he busted all those big guns when he was at his peak. And that's how he got that nickname, the Weilmoringle Free. So in the day when this old man could shear, yes, he'd shear his 200 in weathers in the scrub. Guns couldn't beat him, even in the pub. So they'd bring him up from Gundy and down from Utica Creek. They couldn't beat the tally of the Weilmoringle Free. And I'm proud to be a son of that Weilmoringle Free.